With a spark and a flash, I ignite! Ampamine here, coming at you with some more Payday 2 and CRIMEFEST news! Now, today is actually a pretty exciting day because Overkill Software has released the new heist that they have planned for CRIMEFEST. I'm not sure if this is the only heist, but this is the first heist that they've definitely released. It is called the Aftershock Heist, and apparently an incredibly horrible earthquake has hit California. Apparently, in the trailer, it's referenced as being measured at about an 8.5 magnitude, which is enormous. But California's right on the San Andreas fault line, so they do get some pretty gnarly earthquakes out there. And apparently, Vlad is sending the Payday gang in to do something. Nobody knows yet, but it is definitely a Vlad-based heist, and it definitely is involving some sort of active earthquake. And they also include a new track titled Utter Chaos. So, yes, we're finally getting the new heists that I was really hoping that we would get for CRIMEFEST. This is gonna be good, I think. I'm going to assume this is, I will keep repeating this because I want to make absolutely sure that people know that I have absolutely no inside knowledge. I am not really all that super smart. So these speculations are probably speculations that a lot of other people have come up with before. But I'm going to guess that they're going to introduce some of the new mechanics that they teased in Road to CRIMEFEST in this new heist. Because there were a few things that they teased, like the riot shield and the special hats and things like that might actually be coming out and showing themselves or being somehow related to this heist. Because fresh earthquake zones are really dangerous. Because even if a building looks like it's still standing, it might not be structurally sound anymore, and occasionally, some people have bumped it in just the wrong place, and the whole thing just comes crashing down. So that actually might be some sort of new mechanic where, the heisters need to be incredibly careful, or they need to figure out which buildings are structurally safe and which ones aren't structurally safe. Otherwise, the building falls down and kills one of them. Or I suppose, technically it'd send you into custody, but normally in real life it would probably just kill you, because, a building falls down on you and you get crushed. And if you don't die immediately, then you probably have to deal with, rhabdomyolysis and stuff, and rhabdo sucks! If you don't know what rhabdomyolysis is, basically it's where your muscles explode and then you pee them out. And then you have no muscles and no kidneys. So, yeah, it's not good. It's bad juju, and it happens to some athletes for, various injuries. It's bad, and you don't want it, so you don't want your heisters to get it. So this is actually something where they can really take a lot of cool stuff and start implementing it in the game. It's also entirely possible that they're going to implement some of the driving mechanics, which I think I've said before, but if I haven't, I'm going to say it now, and if I have said it, I'm going to say it again, because everybody knows that Ampamine is not against repeating himself, ever. But I do hope they include some of the new, the driving mechanics, because Meltdown is probably my favorite heist right now. I really enjoy it. It's tough, it's challenging, it's very engaging. It's just all around fun. So if they manage to include either driving, or they just manage to keep the action up, keep everything going, then I am A-okay with that. Because while I won't say that heists such as the usual bank heists are bad, it's just usually a lot of it is, okay, cool, hold out against the cops while the counter for the drill ticks down. Alright, cool. But that's why I like Meltdown, is because it's not just, alright, cool, you just need to wait until, the drill is done and then carry some stuff. You actually, it's very mobile. You actually have to keep things going actively in order to get closer to succeeding with the mission. You don't have to just camp out in the vault and shoot people until the drill's done. So if they're going to do something like that, I will high-five the hell out of them. Now, I would also like to kind of make a bit of an addendum to the last video that I had, where I was talking about the safe mechanics. And I would also, I'd like to reiterate that I have not yet seen any sort of comprehensive statistics based on, that actually shows what the weapon skin, what benefits the weapon skins will give. And that, I think, is, seeing that is what is really, really going to sway my opinion one way or the other. Because as of right now, I'm of the opinion of where, like, I don't care about it. I'm not a fan about it, and I'm not going to purchase any drills. And no matter how many safes drop for me, I've already had a safe or two drop, but no matter how many safes drop for me, I can almost guarantee that I'm not going to purchase drills for them. And I say almost because, you know, maybe somebody will break into my house and put a gun to my head and be like, I'm gonna shoot you in the face unless you buy an overkill safe drill. But under, you know, if the circumstances stay the same, I am not going to purchase a drill. I have a lot of fun with the base Payday 2 game, and honestly, it's in my personal opinion, I don't really give a crap if somebody has +2 more stability than I do on one of their weapons. It's not big enough of a difference to really get me upset. However, I do want to make sure that, you know, because I don't want this to sound like the people who are upset, you know, me saying like, it doesn't fucking matter, whatever. Because I do think that it matters. It's just, to me personally, it matters little enough where I'm going to, again, as I encourage everybody to do, I'm just going to vote with my wallet. I'm going to keep playing their game, but I will not be buying a drill. And I responded to one of the commenters in the last video that I'm still kind of hoping that they switch to this sort of model where people will buy the drills and they'll use that money to make things like new heists, new guns, new weapon mods, and release that for free. And in that case, I would be perfectly fine with even with, you know, the small buffs. I would honestly, yeah, if people want to try and support Overkill software that way, that's awesome. More power to those people. But again, I said it in the comments and I said it in the last video, I do realize that that's probably wishful thinking on my part, given Overkill's past history and that sort of thing. But I'd also like to add in that Overkill has specifically said that, you know, they're listening in and they're trying to accommodate people so that they might actually be changing something or reversing their decision on that. I can't say for sure. It all really depends on the future and what Overkill is doing internally. And again, in the comments, I was speaking with one of my commenters that, you know, all we can do is just hope for the best and wait and see. And he replied that, you know, that made him anxious, and I do not blame him in the least. Because, yeah, just kind of having to sit and wait and see whether a company that who makes games that you really enjoy makes a decision that might really, really piss you off, it's not an easy wait. So, yeah, honestly, my sympathy goes out to people who, you know, who are just really, really waiting and hoping that Overkill reverses their decision or changes it somehow, like maybe have drills drop naturally just at a low chance, and you can purchase them if you just really want a drill right now, you can still purchase them, but everybody has at least a chance of getting a drill drop, maybe something like that. That's where I'm hoping they go with this. I'm hoping that they're going to do something where you don't actually have to pay real cash money in order to have a chance at a drop that you're actually going to use. So that's going to be a thorny issue until they address it fully until Overkill Software comes out and says either this is the way that we're doing it, it's going to stay this way, we're not changing it, or if they come out and say that they are actually going to change it. So, it's an anxious wait. I will not deny that. It is an anxious wait. But honestly, maybe my optimism is showing a bit too much, but I'm hoping that everything will turn out for the best. I really am. I'm hoping that they release a really cool new heist. I'm hoping that they're able to resolve this crazy drill safe skin nonsense in a way that benefits both the players and Overkill, and I'm hoping that this year's CRIMEFEST is just a really good one, and it doesn't end on a really sour note, because some other CRIMEFESTs have ended in ways that really left a bad taste in the community's mouth. I wasn't present for it, but I've heard people talk of, and I have read many little, I suppose, mini editorials about the CRIMEFEST where their final reward was to release John Wick, and a lot of people were really upset that their reward, the reward for CRIMEFEST was a movie tie-in, and they were like, what? It's not even an original character. Some people think he doesn't even fit in the Payday 2 universe, because apparently he's now canon, and a lot of people think that doesn't make any sense, and a lot of stuff like that happens. So I'm very hopeful that something like that doesn't happen, and that everybody can have a really cool, really fun CRIMEFEST. Because dang it, robbing banks is really fun. Anyhow, I think that's a good place to end this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it, and thank you very much to the people who commented on my videos. I really enjoy discussing things with people and just seeing other people's opinions and, just integrating that into what I know, because I will admit I don't know everything about Overkill, about Payday 2, about CRIMEFEST. So sometimes people teach me new things. There's actually a commenter who told me that I was speaking of Evil Eye in my last video. There was a commenter who's very kindly told me that that's actually wrong. It wasn't extra music that they added in CRIMEFEST. That was music they added in the Hotline Miami DLC, which I had not owned until I had actually made that video. So I also appreciate you guys kindly telling me that sort of thing, because I know that there are a lot of people on YouTube who are like, you stupid moron, how could you not know that? And I appreciate that you guys, are actually really cool about it. So thank you so much to everybody who's watched or commented or liked or even disliked my videos, because I like engaging people and I like just being a part of this community, and thank you all very much for that. So, this has been me, Ampamine, coming at you with some more Payday 2 and CRIMEFEST news and discussion, and I will catch all of you on the flip side. An addendum. As footage for this video, I actually played the new heist, the Aftershock Heist, and my initial reaction is not bad. It's nothing absolutely mind-blowingly amazing, but it's not like, this is the most boring thing ever, oh my god. I would say it's on the okay side of good. Because, hey, actually, it did involve some driving elements. I didn't actually drive in the video, but you do have to drive a truck around, and I actually kind of enjoyed the driving elements, so sue me, yay! But it's also a little bit mobile at the very least, and interestingly enough, the end of the heist actually hints at some sort of continuation, which I think is kind of cool, because I'm willing to bet that means that they're going to add a second heist, which directly continues, it picks up where the Aftershock heist leaves off. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. You know, more new heists. I am a-okay with that. Yeah! I also apologize for the somewhat harsh language in this video. I just joined a lobby and the lobby leader turned out to be, well, this guy. And I want to make absolutely sure that people know I'm not really a fan of supporting that kind of thing. So, yeah. Guys, don't be like this on the internet, please.